gentlemen, boys and girls, goblins of all ages, welcome back to a special Monday night edition of the greatest goddamn D&D stream in this world and the next. Welcome, Goblins Under the Stairs. Oh, yeah. You got Carlos Garcia, a.k.a. the nastiest Dookie, and other land captain Rampu McNasty. And of course, I am not rocking here alone, baby, because I'm here with the Stormbreakers. You got Langston Ember Shroud. You got Mantor Zermeister. You got Crick, and of course, to lead us along on this epic adventure, the greatest goddamn D&D DM on the land here, it's Nate Gonzalez. Take it away here.
Thank you, Mr. McNasty, as I'm sitting back here forgetting to put music on and then trying to find the right settings. Welcome everyone back to Monday Night Goblins Under the Stairs. Happy to be back at it. And let's give us a quick little recap of where we left off and get us up to speed and get us back rolling on this spelljamming adventure. So our adventurers, the Stormbreakers, eager to join a coalition against the Xaryxian Empire. Oh, there it is. They arrived in Doom Space to find the system on the verge of collapse. Commodore Crux led his crew to Arun with the goal of finding his old comrade Warwick Blastimov, who is tasked with organizing coalition in advance of taking the fight to the enemy, the Astral Elves. Unfortunately, his plans failed, so you guys needed to go to take matters in your own hands and make terms with a mercane named Vokath and hope to get some of the allies that he has on your side, fought against some monsters for his amusement, and at the end of the final battle, Prince Zelith of the Xaryxian Empire appeared on a dragon, determined to take Princess Zadali into his clutches. And I'm going to actually change this music a little bit. I feel like we need a little bit more cautionary kind of music going on here. As Zelith appears in here, hovering over the Thunderdome, so to speak, flapping the wings of the flapping the wings of the Solar Dragon. Zelith calls out for his sister, Zadali, and the crowd all kind of murmurs and hushes as they gasp and look at in all of the scene going on in front of them. And Vokath kind of stands up and looks super annoyed at this situation. He says, "Prince Zelith, it's an honor to see you here. What do we owe the pleasure?" You can tell by his face, he's quite annoyed by this, but also trying to make peace in this situation. And on the back of the Solar Dragon, he yells back, "Our father is dead. I'm here for my sister. When I become emperor, I want her present at my coronation." Again, the crowd all kind of gasping. You can hear them all whispering to each other a little bit. Zadali standing up on the Vokath's kind of private balcony. You can see her looking a little nervous, but stands up as well, and Zelith sees her over there. "Ah, sister, it's a pleasure to see you. How did you get here exactly?" As he looks down at her, you can see that she still has this like kind of very she's keeping her demeanor to her. She stands up and a flash of light engulfs around her, and she appears right in front of Manto, about 10 feet or so in front of him. And as she stares up at him, she says, "Oh brother, it's an honor to see you here too. You wanted to chase me all across the galaxy, didn't you? Let's see everyone," and she shouts up to the crowd. "Not everyone in the Xaryxian Empire supports Zelda's claim to the throne. He needs me to legitimize it and prevent any unrest that might occur otherwise. No matter, I see that I have no choice but to return home with my brother." And you can see Vokath on the top, like kind of sit back in his chair, like seeming a little bit more relaxed at this situation now that she's going to be giving herself in. As this is all going down, do you guys have any reactions or anything that comes
She
along?
seems to have changed her tone. I mean,
She was just here in her head. You definitely do have a choice, and I think you picked the wrong one.
I'm sorry, I forgot to mention at the beginning, or at the end of the last game, at the beginning of this as well. Outside, you see over a dozen of the Star Moth ships circling around the whole dome and all of Vocat space currently.
oh, so we are absolutely outmanned at this moment. Okay, well that changes course of action for Tommy. Okay. Super.
Fireball.
Well, not even that. Have you heard of? Oh, shit. Okay. Nuts. I'm so fucking tapped, dude. Oh, and this is the same solar dragon that we fought in the Astral Sea, isn't it? Like same level.
It very much appears to be very akin to the same dragon that you guys fought prior. But as Zadali, in the flash of light, teleports down into the sand in the arena before Manto and everyone, you can see her stepping forward towards Zelith as he begins to descend down with the dragon. And as she does that, Manto, you see her walking forward towards the dragon, but you also see her still standing in the same place where she was. And as she's walking towards the dragon and Zelith, she's giving a monologue as you guys are all seeming to be like wanting to do something. Heroes, your bravery is admirable, but meddling in the affairs of the Xaryxian royal family will only lead to ruin. Focus on saving yourselves and those you care about. This conflict is larger than any of us. Trust me, leave this cursed destiny to its fate. This is the only Manto really sees what's going on here as a second version of Zadali stays in the place where she was standing and turns to Manto and begins to remove the ring from her hand and walks up to Manto and says, the ring here can end the Emperor's tyranny. She reaches out to you, Manto, and puts it on the ground right before you so that there's no kind of strange movements from you, just grabbing something out of the air. The family isn't needed to destroy the star, only the ring. Use it wisely, but tread carefully. My brother and I are pawns of the star's power, not its masters. Your coalition is the galaxy's only hope. So she drops the ring into the sand. She gives you a nod and turns back around and walks up to the version of her that you guys, the rest of everyone else, sees walking towards the dragon. And she walks into the same space where this apparent illusion of her is, but only Manto can see this really because of his blind sight. Goes back into her space and continues to walk on as if nothing ever happened. Of course, none of you guys are any wiser, but Manto, you clearly see this and, see this misdirection that she placed for everyone else. She goes up to Zelith and the dragon, and he scoops on down with a smug face, and she scoops her up as she climbs up one of the solar dragon's wings. And as he kind of looks around, watching as everyone else kind of stares in awe at this situation, before he begins to take off, you guys clearly see he's about to do this. Does anyone have any sort of reactions or anything?
Oh, God.
When she would have dropped the ring, I would have just put my, foot, whatever it is, just kind of, over top of it. And just hide it and wouldn't make any other movements until they leave.
All right.
And, I'm quiet, but I got my weapon, my hand at the ready on my bow, just in case this dragon needs a shot in the eye.
Oh, God. Everything, knowing that we're full on surrounded outside the dome changes exactly what I was thinking. So I think for sake of not dying, I just make my lance disappear to not attract attention to myself or have them look at me funny. So I'm just kind of watching to the side, just side-eyeing.
As I see everyone stepping down, I kind of like take a step up and just look up. I really don't like these elves. And I just stand there.
As Zidali hops onto the back of the dragon, she stares down at all of you guys with a bit of a face of like, please do what you need to do. They take off on the dragon and off into the air, flying through the crashed hole in the ceiling of the dome, off into doom space, and trailing behind them you guys see all these star moths with the crystalline wings trailing behind one by one in a formation. And this silence kind of breaks in the arena here, and this is the strange predicament that just happened. Vokas staring up at his ceiling in awe. He stands up along the edge of the balcony and says, "We need to have a talk. All of you, and all of you," and points to each one of like the individual leaders along the border of the arena as they watch along the battle going on here. And in that instant, once again, your guys' bodies begin to like pull apart and become particles as he teleports you guys instantly to his chambers.
When Zelith and Zidali would have taken off, that's when I would have picked up the ring.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
before that little speech.
No problem at all, because I believe you are proficient in the sleight of hand skill, right?
Oh boy, am I.
Alright, yeah, so you would roll a 19 regardless, but go ahead and roll it. Let's see what you would get.
Yeah. All right.
Some would say he's an expert.
Sleight of hand.
Hey, good for you,
29.
man.
There you
Good for you,
go.
dude.
That'll do it.
Gotta love it. Alright, let me just drag one more thing on over into this room. Okay, a commotion, ruckus breaking out in Vokath's, this is his private chambers here. I'll give you guys a quick description of it before we go into the fun stuff. The perimeter of this 50-foot high room is lined with silk-draped windows that afford panoramic views of the luminous clouds below and the distant dark void that was once Doomspace's sun. Soft music plays throughout the room. Low tables are sprinkled around the floor, topped with refreshments, and in the middle of each table rests a stout pedestal surmounted by a cerulean bust of Vokath. Alright. And as you guys...
knife interior design.
Sure does. You can tell as soon as you guys all teleport in here and Vokath begins following you guys in, stomping on in. Actually, let me play some of this like music that he's got, I guess. I feel like we need some more. Let's do this. As you guys get your way on in here, Vokath looks around at everyone and says, "Well, adventurers, that was a wonderful display of combat and martial skills, but what the hell was that?"
That is the
It's called-
reason we came to you.
Us kicking ass. Yeah.
I imagine you're referring to the elf who just descended on your arena with the dragon and just kind of disregarded everything you've built.
Yep. That is correct.
Yep.
You bringing the
Yep,
Astro
okay.
Elves right to my doorstep. Did not think this was a problem of our own, but here you guys meddling in affairs that seems like you probably shouldn't be, causing my own roof to crash on in now.
So here's the thing, Vokath. That was going to happen at some point, whether we are here or not. They have a hunger, and by they, I mean the prick on the dragon. They have a hunger that cannot be stopped no matter what. So if you can help us, then we can all join and put this to a stop now. Otherwise, it's just going to be through all of the various spaces, seas, every part of space.
Looks at you, huffs real quick. Well, let's see what if any of these representatives of the factions, if they were impressed by your guys' little show that you put on out there. And you see one by one they begin to walk in. You see like a Hadozi-looking man, goggles on his head. You see an Aarakocra with green, and yellow, and red plumage on its head. You see a Thrycreen green carapace, an Artuk Elder, similar looking to the one that you guys fought on the moon of Arun, and a leader of the Saruns, which is a reptilian kind of race. I'll send a picture of that one. As they all make their way on into the room here, get their seat around one of the tables, begin to eat and everything. Vokath introduces them, says, these are some of the factions out here in Doomspace. Dakir over here, he points to the Hadozi. And then he gestures over to the Aarakocra. This is Rika. Gestures over to the Artuk. This is Vortshu. He gestures over to the Suran. And this is Zothis. And then he gestures over to the Thryking. And this is Tikita. Now, we've made
I'm so sorry, hold on. What race was Savis?
Savis. Let's see. Zothis is the Suran.
Oh, Zothis.
You all seem like quite the funky bunch.
And what one was Vorksha?
Artuk?
Yes.
Artuk?
I got everyone except.
And what was the Hadozi's name? I missed that one.
The Hadozi's name is Dakar. Dakaeer.
Utu Dakar.
Exactly.
As they're all introduced, Vokat says, "These adventurers, as you guys all saw out there, well, we know that they're well armed in combat, can hold their own, but they want all of you guys to back them up in taking on these astral elves once and for all. Do any of you guys want to join in their coalition that they're putting together?" Let's see. Everyone kind of looks around at each other for a couple of moments, waiting for someone to step up first. And then the Thrycreen begins to step on up. Her voice hums within your guys' minds.
Good woman.
Layered with a little bit of surprise and emotion as she looks around at everyone. You fight with strength, precision, and unity. You have shown me that you're not like the others who have come to Doomspace. Callous, self-serving, but more than that. You see her antennas begin to move around a little bit as she steps closer to the party. You. She lifts up two of her hands and points over to Manto. You carry the scent of home. The patterns of your movements, they speak of the old ways. The ways of the hive before it was scattered to the void. Long have I searched for kindred among the stars, and here you stand. The whispers of our lineage alive within you. What is your name?
Manto. And I appreciate that and just do my family justice.
Gives you a nod. And
When she tells him he smells of home, I come in and I quickly spray him with my cologne, my captain's cologne. Tss, tss. Here you go, buddy. I'll help you.
I no longer smell of home.
Looks over at you and gives you a nod, and then looks back at everyone. For Manto, I will stand with you. You have earned my respect, and with it, the allegiance of the Thrycreen. Together, we will strike back at those who have stolen from us and secure a future free of hunger and fear. Begins.
Thank you. Oh my god, I nudge Manta. I'm like, eh? Yeah, she got a thing for you.
Begins to step away
That's
and
very hopeful.
I appreciate your words. And just know that yourself and whoever decides to join our coalition, we'll make sure that we come out on top. I mean, we are still here. We took all those people down.
That's right.
And I start looking at all the other leaders, and I'm like, so what about you guys?
Kind of moving about behind the table to your guys' left, you guys notice the Suron Zothis kind of moving about as well. It's squirming its reptilian-like head, and its eyes scanning around each one of you guys with an appraising kind of gaze. Her eyes then fall upon Rampu with a flicker of recognition. Passes over their sharp features. Subtle but telling shift. She addresses everyone, though, as her voice is proud and hisses, "Witness this display of strength and unity. These warriors are not just wanderers. They are champions. They have faced the arena's trials and emerged as victors, unbroken. That is the Suron way." Her gaze snaps back at Rampu. "You, Dragonborn. You are of the blood that shares kinship with ours. Scaled, forged in struggle and fierce in battle. You fight not just with your claws and steel, but with fire of purpose. We Suron see this, and we honor it." Goes and then begins to... Yeah, go on.
A bow. I can sense the kinship in us. And, honestly, no nicer words have ever been said to me. I'm honored to be in your presence. I bow politely.
Gives you a bow back, kind of almost like a snake slithering up and down, though. And it turns its head back to everyone else, addressing the rest of the leaders of the different factions and groups. "The gadabout stands with the coalition. These warriors have proven their worth, not in words, but in action. Their strength is our strength. Their fire is ours to stoke. Together, we shall carve our legacy in the stars." And Vokath kind of sitting back watching this. "Well, that's all well and nice, but how about everyone else over there?" You can see the Hadozi kind of just shoving his mouth full of food. The Aarakocra also kind of just banging his head against the table a little bit. And the Artuk kind of stares at you guys with this malice, this absolute hate in its eyes.
And did we do something to offend you?
You wish.
I think we might have.
You would it would understand you, but I believe only Manto would understand its communication back, as it hears you say, or it says back to you guys, "You wish to gain my favor," but this sounds like a bunch of pops and bubbles, like kind of hissing and like but he says, "You wish to gain my favor. Prove your strength. Strength is what matters in this void. Strength is what survives. You've come here with words, with gifts, but that means nothing unless they're backed by power. I saw what you did out there, but those are monsters, not humanoids with real minds. I will not offer my allegiance based on pity or charity."
Does Manto share what he said? Can you tell us, Manto?
I would, before I kind of, translate for the group, I would just start going back and forth, with them, with it, not to assume the gender, and be like, "So, how can we earn your support right here, right now?"
"Defeat one of my strongest, and I will know you have what it takes. Show me your worth in battle, and we will fight beside you. Fail, and you will leave empty-handed."
So you want us back in the ring? Is that what you're saying?
Just one of you against one of us. Pure strength, no magic.
Your strength, no magic. Our best against your best?
Kind of looks around. That one. He lifts up a tentacle as it points over to Langston.
What?
Wait.
Wait, Langston's just like looks behind him and is like, what?
Crick like slides over in the way of the finger. Like, oh, me?
Manto, you hear in your head, the chain is only as strong as its weakest link.
Oh shit. I would then translate to the group. Yeah, he wants to fight our strongest crew member.
Wait, for what? To what? Prove ourselves?
Prove ourselves.
So what? Us killing Goima, the biggest millipede this side of the cosmos, was not a big enough test of strength. He thinks we need to prove more.
Gorma did not have a large enough brain, is what he's saying.
Right.
thinks
but
Max is
we're
the
gonna prove this
strongest one?
brain size with strength. Just want to make sure I'm following his logic.
I would then turn back to that's the Artuk?
Yes.
Yeah. So then I would turn back. Listen, our crew has different strengths and weaknesses that mesh very well together. If we're talking brute strength, Langston is not the one. It's if you're going up against brute strength, it's only fair to put our strongest person against your strongest person. I don't care what you have to say. We work together as a team, no matter what.
Make persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Oh, Manto's just staring at this thing, and this other thing is gargling at it.
Yeah.
Can I give him guidance on this?
Just
Exactly.
there,
14. We'll roll with the 14.
Langston asked if he could give me guidance.
Yeah, would I be able to do that in this instant?
I would say probably not in this instance.
Okay.
Because it's just like the conversation's happening.
Man's gotta ask.
Yes, yeah, of course. But the Artuk looks at you then and says, "Okay, are you the strongest?"
You said, I'm certainly pretty strong. But you know what? Yes, I am the strongest. And I will defend my team. Survive or die, I will defend them. And I'll put myself at the front of the line.
In your head, you hear coming from a different voice, the same voice of the Thrycreen that you, of course, spoke to earlier. Be careful. Artuks, they hate our kind more than any others. Wouldn't be surprised if this is a ploy for him to get you right where he wants you. Perhaps put another one up against him. Just to be safe.
Would I be able to put someone else in my place, though?
Kind of looks at you again. His head kind of pops up higher out of the central stalk area. Its eyes going wide. Do you want my approval or not? You hear it burbling in your head. Quickly, choose one and make it over with.
I'll do it. I'll do it. No more funny business. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay. He says very well as he begins to tentacle walk into the center of the room here.
When he turns his back, may I do an enhance ability on Manto when he's not looking?
Sure.
Sweet.
I would then go over to the crew, and specifically to Langston.
Yep.
And actually, I lied. Rampu.
Okay.
Sorry. And I would tell Rampu. I wanted you to do this, but I know you're the captain, you're the strongest, and I need you to look out for the rest of the crew. Here, take this. And I'm saying this really, well, obviously in their heads telepathically. Take this ring. Zidali gave this to me. This is what's going to
God.
take down.
I was not ready for this. Oh my god, guys!
This ring.
That's how it went down, wasn't it, Carlos?
This ring, and I quote, ends the Emperor's tyranny. This is what's going to destroy the star, not Zidali. If I die, I need you guys to hold this ring and take down that fucking star. And so then I walk away. And I'm like, and I go turn back to Vorpsha. Alright, let's do this.
As you turn back around, you see he's like leaning over and doing like stretches, like in like each direction. You see he's got a leotard put on somewhere, somehow, and snaps it down onto his shoulders and looks over at you and gives you like the come here hand with its tentacle.
Before he goes over, I would, because this is basically the exact same guy that we killed on the moon, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, same thing. Manto, did your attacks hit that guy well on the moon? Or was there anything that we can kind of recall on how that fight went? Can I maybe make a history check or something to see if there's, or like, can I do like a scan to kind of recall if there were any weaknesses in them during the fight?
Sure, but yeah, what you guys are doing right now, this is like a pure like kind of strength contest. So just to give you a little description, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making like the first 1 to 3 successful dueling strength checks is going to be the victor here.
Oh, okay. All right.
So are we not fighting to the death?
Never said anything about fighting to the death. Just a strength contest is what I said.
Early made it seem way scarier, and I give him back his ring. Here you go. You're not dying.
If we're talking brute strength and not fighting, I would take my ring back and be like, "Hey, this is the one you want, then." And I'm assuming Rampu's the strongest. No disrespect to Crick.
It ain't me, that's for damn sure.
So I would say, Rampu, go. I thought it was fighting.
Let's do it then. And I spit my hands. Hot tour. Let's do this.
Right. So you walk on over. I guess Langston, would you cast that on Rampu?
Yes, if there's a way I can do it subtly, just to like, I don't know if they're looking out for it, but it's by touch, so I can literally just, like put my hand on his shoulder and just be like, go get him. And then I'll just do enhance ability for strength, so he has advantage on strength checks.
Hey, go ahead.
Or any,
Get him, Tiger.
Make a sleight of hand with advantage.
Alright. Oh, nuts. Okay. Ooh, 17!
Yeah!
Very nice.
Langston did dexterity!
Very nice.
Thank you.
So you go and touch Rampu. What do you do?
I don't just do a hand. Yeah, we really got to phrase that one better. I'll just go up behind him and just give a little like shoulder massage, and then I'll just be like, "All right, buddy, listen. This guy's got nothing on you. You're the captain. You're the leader of the Stormbreakers. Go wreck his shit." And then as I do that, I just like imbue the enhance ability of strength within him,
Sweet.
and then
So
end
I
it
have
with an
to
absolute
manage.
windmill of a butt pat.
Instead of have advantage on strength checks now?
Yes. Choose one of the 6 abilities for the duration. They have advantage on ability checks using that. So
Bull strength.
Awesome.
All right. Rampu, over in the center of the room, you see they pushed out the center table here to create a center ring for you guys to wrestle in, essentially. Like I mentioned, he's got his leotard on. He snaps the straps off of his shoulders, and is bouncing all
How does
around.
Lance get through the leotard?
yeah, I'm just like, hold on.
It's magic.
See this guy, leotard.
Oh, wait, they didn't say anything about leotards.
All
Why is it
right.
so oily? It's come from a kitty party.
Oh god, it's Turkish oil wrestling.
He's got spikes kind of protruding all over its body as it kind of bounces off
Jay-Z's in
its
the background.
its back tentacles. The front two begin to lift up in the air. It kind of like how like wrestlers dance at the beginning of a match. Kind of put its hands up and kind of dancing around in front of you, trying to see what you do. And Vokas says, "Whoa! Wait a minute! Everyone to your sides. On the count of 3." We're going to have a wrestling match. The first to 3 victories is the victor. Do we have an agreement here? You,
Got it.
Rampu,
Yes.
Vershka, lifts up its hand or tentacle and puts it back down. Very well. Fight! And he begins to crawl over in your direction, and it lifts up one of its tentacles and slams it down onto one of your shoulders to get a grip onto you, trying to pull you down to the ground. Let's go ahead and make some strength checks to see what happens. You make yours with advantage. I roll a 15.
Oh,
Oh, 15. As he goes and tries to rip you down to the ground, you hold on tight, and you guys are in a stalemate here, but what do you do in return?
Seeing that I'm in a stalemate, I'm going to use my leg to try to trip him up from
Nice.
behind.
All right, make another strength check. 12 here.
Now 20, motherfucker!
Yeah, explain how this works.
Literally, he comes at me, putting all his weight on me, and it's clear sign that he's underestimating me. Doesn't think I know what the hell I'm doing, and I literally just smile and say, "Big mistake, Junior." And I use all the weight that he's put against me, and again I use my right leg to put my foot right behind him, and then just smash him down on the ground, shoulders down.
Smash down on the ground. The ground reverberates a little bit, and everyone kind of like gasp. Manto, you hear the voice of the Thrycreen in your head. Your friend's kind of strong there. And Vokath says, well, we have 1 point here to Rampu. All right, neutral zone, stand back up. And the Arta kind of brushes itself up as it pushes itself up. It says, lucky shot. You just hear, boop, 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 boop.
and then I would say to Rampu, he said that was a lucky shot. Bet it.
Vokath holds up his hand. Round 2, commence! As he slams his hand down and he begins to hurtle his way towards you. What do you do, Rampu, here to try to get your move in? Let's roll, actually. Let's see what happens. And then you can narrate it. There you go. What happens?
Hey! This time, I'm gonna go up like I'm gonna go high, like what we did before, but right at the last second, I'm gonna go low instead and go for a double leg on the tentacles, and basically I'm gonna hug them. So then he squeezes, and then his top end just kind of.
Nice. And it goes high as well to try to stop you in the air, and it puts almost all of its momentum up there. So as you go down, it kind of works in your favor to take him down along with that. Once again, impacting on the ground, thudding, and everyone this time begins to give a little bit of a clap to you. You see the Aarakocra stops banging his head against the table, eating and looking now with like kind of amusement. And Vokath separates you guys for a second. Well done, Rampu. Well done. I expected more from you. And separates you guys. Okay, everyone's ready for round 3. Round 3, commence! He slams his hands down once again. Yeah, exactly. As he hurtles away over to you, go ahead, let's roll and see what happens. Ooh, a 9.
18.
Whooping.
Nice. Go ahead and describe this one.
So this time, I'm seeing that it's kind of getting angry and fed up with me and doesn't really know what to do. And so I just use that distraction and I say, I thought it was a lucky shot. little bitch, come at me. And then this thing just charges at me and goes for like a swinging tentacle clothesline. But then I'll duck, kick it in the gut, and hit it with the Rampoo Stunner for the 1, a 2, and a 3.
Ding, ding, ding! Vokath holds up his goblet and dings it with his fork. Well done, we have a winner here, Rampoo. Virtue. Oh man, yeah.
Crick throws an ale at Rampoo. Catches it.
The rest of the leaders all begin to clap with this. The Aarakocra and the Hadozi still watching on. The Aarakocra seems a little bit more impressed with this this display here. And as the Artuk pushes itself back up, it extends its tentacle up to Rampoo of a gesture of like a handshake.
Look around to the crowd, wondering, am I gonna do it? Do it, and I put my hand up, and then just like Macho Man or Hulk Hogan, the Mega Powers collide, brother. Yeah, and I shake the hand.
As you shake,
and we all do coke in the back. Yeah, just like the '80s.
Vokath has a mirror in front of him. Oh, you don't need to do it in the back. He tucks it right back behind him, and the Artuk, as it shakes Rampoo's hand, you hear the bubbling sounds once again. But Manto would be able to let you know that he says, "You've shown your strength. My people respect that. You've earned the Artuk's loyalty. We will fight by your side as equals, but do not forget what brought us here today. The strength to rise above all challenges."
Never forget the strength to rise above. And I appreciate you letting me put in the time to show you just what we're made of. It was an honor.
It says, "The Remora, our lamprey ship, it will fly along your coalition and join you against the Astral Elves."
I would then walk up to Vorksha and then just kind of pick out a hand and be like, "Welcome to the Stormwreckers."
Go ahead and give you a shake as well. Then lift up 2 of its tentacles to meet your 2 hands on one side and shake those up and down.
The man who can give a proper handshake to Manto.
That's pretty cool.
I feel like Manto's more at home here than us, as I look at Praying Mantis Boy and Arm Guy.
Well, I ain't from here. Not these parts, but not too far.
Must be nice.
It is. Now what about the car and Retro over there? What do you guys think?
The Aarakocra, a little bit of food dribbling out of its beak, looks up at you guys, kind of cocks its head over into your guys' direction. Well, yes, strength and all these things, they're all good, they're all great, but freedom is what my people seek. Away from the shadows of conquest and control. Guide us to the skies where we might fly free. Maps, orreries, the knowledge of systems untouched by war. Maybe these are gifts that are worth more than treasure to me. Bring me these, and maybe we will follow you.
And I see the food kind of like all over the face. I'm like, that sounds great and all, but we do have a chef.
Yeah, look, Crick is amazing. He can make you pretty much anything out of anything. It'll taste like anything.
Kinda
Wild.
Cocks his head and looks over at Crick. Looks very skilled, but we have no need for a chef. You think we fly without one? What are we, bird brain?
I said. You said that, not me.
Well, why would you fly with a chef without an orrery? As I pull out my Wild Space Orrery. And you know, maybe even knowledge of spaces you haven't been to. And I pull out the maps that we got off of the Mind Flayer ship. Let's just put it this way, Brain of Bird. I may know a thing or two.
Kind of begins to kind of cock its head in your direction, looking closer at the maps and the orrery in your hand. What have you there?
Well, it looks like I have a nice little Wild Space Orrery and a couple star maps. I mean, you want freedom, but you also don't know good tasting food. As I kind of like smell at what he's eating. So, let's just put it this way. Once we kind of sort out these astral elves, you'll be able to fly anywhere you want.
Looks at you. You give me those, and we'll join your coalition. Kind of just nudges its head in the direction of the star maps in your hand.
Well, absolutely. I'd kind of hand him the star maps that we got from the Nautilus.
Begins to unfurl them and look at it with its eyes going wide and kind of gazing all over the map here in front of it, and then you see it kind of give like a smirk, thinking of all the different kinds of possibilities, and as it rolls the map back up, it says, "Freedom is a fragile thing, easily lost, but fiercely defended. These charts represent more than just routes. They represent possibility. A future where my people can soar beyond reach. Those who would like to clip our wings, so to speak." Just kind of begins to step a little bit closer to you. You can tell her voice carrying like this weight of age and wisdom. Gets down to kind of on your level now. You've honored us with your gift and shown that you understand our need to find a new home. For that, the Skydra and its crew will join your cause. May the winds of wild space carry us to a brighter future. Together.
That is fantastic, and for the record, if this doesn't go well, we'll be looking for a new home too. But if it does go well, you can always visit us at ours.
He looks at you and responds with this high-pitched call of a very kind of like a tribal response of their kind. Very well, very well. I will see you there. And gives you a nod as it extends his map back out, eyes going wide once again, smirking, and then puts the map to the side, smashes his head on the table, and holds the map once again. And you can tell that it's eyeing this thing up with all the possibilities of where to go next.
But kind of walk back to the team. That bird had the word.
Yes.
It's an avian variety.
Everybody knows that the bird is the word.
Oh no, Rampu, don't!
Warwick goes, meow, 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 meow. So I don't know where that came from. And Vokath, looking, sitting at the edge of his throne, looking impressed by what's going on here, is like, "Well done, Will. 4 out of the 5 factions." Kind of turns his head over to Dakar, the Hadozi representative. You, little man over there, you don't want to join all these adventurers in fighting against the Astral Elves, making sure that something like what just happened doesn't ever happen in your own home. And Hadozi, eating food as well, listening to everything that's been going on here. It's got like a bone-crafted sword sheath to his side. He seems kind of stern, given the rest of the Hadozi that you guys have ever met. When he speaks, he says, "War is not my desire, but neither will we be caught unprepared. My crew lacks the tools to tend to their wounds. The kits that we build are not very well. They don't do as well as we would like them to do. We need the music around to keep our spirits high in the silence of wild space. Whatever it is, we need to keep the morale together, our crew healthy and happy. If you want us to come with you, well, we're going to need something along the lines of healing for our crew. Something, perhaps, if it's not just healing, but a way to help keep everyone happy and ready to go in the time of war. Because, as I mentioned, we do not desire battle or war itself."
So you're in need of a way to be consistently healed.
If you have any means of healing that you can pass on that we can utilize on our travels in these battles that we have to prepare ourselves for, that would be most useful for our crew.
Langston will take out his healer's kit and just kind of, hold it out, open it up, show the medical supplies within it, the bandages, the gauze, ointments, salves, what have you, and just kind of give him a rundown, be like, this is something, or these, I guess I have a few on, are things that have helped many in travel. Should you need a quick patch up, healing, what have you, keep the spirits up, look no further than the healer's kit. And just kind of, gauge reaction on that.
You kind of push it along in front of him, and he pops it open and looks at it. You guys don't need this.
I mean, I just flitter my fingers and just kind of show the magic and whatnot, and then also remember that with enough time, Crit can just start churning out healing potions. And so I'm just no. I think where we're at, as in terms of healing and everything, I think this would better suit you. I would much rather a potential ally be safe and protected, knowing what I'm capable of doing for my own crew here.
That is very much appreciated. It's very selfless of you. However, as he closes the case and puts it to the side of him, I don't think that'll be enough for me to persuade all of my crew to come along on this travels. Is there any sorts of weaponry that you can provide, or any sorts of tools, something that could come in handy, practical use for my crew as well?
If you need a weapon, what about this? And I just pull out the flail, just from behind my back, and just set it on the floor. I'm like, how about this?
He looks at it. That would certainly do. He kind of holds it and begins to fling it around a bit, trying to feel the weight of it. It's I think my first mate will make very good use of this shaft. He typically does make good use of a nice shaft.
One-handed too.
Not there's anything wrong with that.
No, absolutely not. But everyone's got their own speed.
Kind of looks at you, Langston, as he takes this in his hands and puts it away slowly into a back pocket, and somehow it just seems to fully disappear.
Okay. I'm not pressing judgments.
He says, "Your actions speak louder than any promises. You provided my crew with these healing kits, a weaponry to survive, and maybe I'll be able to help lift their spirits. See, this is not just a charity here. It's an understanding of what it takes to weather the dangers of wild space. Myself, the Tarask, that's the name of our ship. It's pretty badass, right?
Well done.
And its crew, thank you, will fight by your side. You've earned our respect. Not with word, not with deeds, or not with words, but with deeds. Continue as you have, and you'll find no firmer allies than the Hadozi."
We appreciate that greatly, and we're lucky to have you and happy to have you on board. Just 2 thumbs up to everyone. Just
Vokath begins to look around at you guys and clap. Well, then I have to be honest with you. I did not expect everyone to be easily convinced by you all to join this coalition, but who am I to say? If everyone else is going to join, then I will also join and donate my ships and my crew as well.
let's go.
And I want to make it known that is 2 Hammerhead ships. Everyone else, what are you bringing along? And the Thrycreen would say, well, I've got my 4 Scorpion ships. And he's like, okay, well, 4, great, that's more than 2. And then the Aarakocra would say, well, we have 5 Shrike ships, including the Skyra. And then the Artuk would chime in. And
that sounded like 6 to me.
Langston would know that that's 5 ships, Lamprey ships. And then the Sauron would chime in. Yes, that's all good and well, but we have 6 Wasp ships that will add to the coalition. And Vokath says, well, we've got ourselves a fleet here. If my math serves me right, that is, I believe that's 27 ships, including your own.
That's gonna do us just fine.
Well, yep, I'd say so.
I look at Rampu. You get to captain 27 ships.
Do your ships happen to carry any garlic in the galley?
I mean, garlic is one of the most precious spices, of course.
Okay, maybe we could open some trade at some point in time as we move this armada along.
But before I'm sorry. Vokath will chime into Zothras. I can't let you have the most ships. I'm sorry. I'll throw in 5 more squid ships. Okay, I'll throw in 5 more.
My.
Hey.
Everyone loves a good squid.
So is that on top of the already 27?
Yes, it should be.
Solid 32.
I think with you guys, actually, it should be 30. Let me double check my numbers. I think it's 30.
I'll take it. I just need. I'm curious for just an overall count.
I mean, it's more than 1, so
Here,
good.
you guys.
We are already leaps and bounds better than we were.
You guys can put that in your notes, in your group notes.
Holy shit!
Here, let me put that here. Actually, you're gonna have to separate that probably. Format.
Oh
that.
heck!
All right. So yeah, 30 sheeps. So as you guys get this crew together, everyone begins to finish their meals. Vokath lifts a glass up to everyone here. Do we have a name for this coalition quite yet? I know your guys' name is the Lightning Wreckers or something?
Stormbreakers.
Thank you, Langston. Stormbreakers.
And we're going against the Astral Elves in the Xaryxian Empire. Anything come to mind? Any good names? I say, the Slayer's Reign.
Ooh, that's pretty sweet. About the Slayer's Hurricanes.
Ooh. Don't know what a hurricane is, but I like it.
Trust me, from our planet, pretty badass and destructive.
You'll have to tell me more. Any other pitches?
I'm running bone dry on this one.
How about Crick's 30?
That's the
Huh?
worst name that anybody could ever come up with, Crick. And I say that in the nicest way possible. All
To
of
be
love.
fair, it's not Rampu's 30. That would be pretty bad as well.
I mean, that would be pretty bad. What's its worst?
It would probably make people vomit in their mouth. But
Okay,
I
enough
understand.
Well, we'll hold off on a formal name for now, but the coalition against the Astral Elves, who will kick their asses and take them down once and for all, has been assembled now. Now, lift a glass to the air. Everyone, even you, gestures over to Langston.
Oh,
Yes, you.
Yeah.
I see you. Every time everyone drinks, you take a sip of water. It's strange. Lift it up.
mind your business. There's beer in here. You can't tell from where you're standing. There's beer in here.
Hey, light
To
beer.
the coalition who will take the Astral Elves, destroy the Xaryxian Empire, and I forget the rest of what I said already. And he goes and cheers to everyone, splashing the glass
Fuck
into
the
air.
elves.
Okay.
Still gotta workshop that name. Cheers.
Easy.
And everyone.
Except the plural L's.
Langston takes a sip and just goes, alcohol. Just looks around.
Incredible. As everyone cheers, everyone begins to chow down on their food finally. The Aarakocra, though, and the Hodozi, most of their food is already gone, as they've been eating during this meeting here, not being as polite as everyone else. As everyone's chowing down and everything. Manto, you feel a little buzzing in your head, and you hear a voice come along and says, Manto, when you have a moment, I'd like to speak with you. Coming from the fellow Thryking.
I would just kind of turn back to her and just give her a little nod, acknowledging that I understand.
Warwick has a big old drumstick in his hand and takes a bite and slobbering all around. He's like, I gotta tell you guys, you did a hell of a better job than I ever did of putting the fucking coalition together. It was way quicker. I've been out of here for months. You guys come on in here, save my ass from a rune, fly on over here and take care of it in 3 days. You guys get shit done.
It helps.
That's what we do.
Well, now that
Also, we kind of don't have a choice. Our planet is gonna get destroyed, so.
it's true, but hey, we're gonna do everything we can to help you. Kind of smacks you on the back, Rampill. He catches you right as you're about to swallow some food.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to get you like that. But now that we've got this coalition together, I guess once we get our food in our bellies and get everyone together, we should, make plans. Gotta get to Xaryxis base, I guess, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I think it's time to move on.
You think any plan of action or any thoughts of anything? I know, Manto, you got that ring from Zadali?
Something like that.
That's that's gonna be helpful for what you guys are trying to do, right?
It's sounds like it's our only saving grace. Boy, and obviously it's a new coalition.
But, should tell you how to use the ring.
Not really. I mean, my plan from now until getting to the star is pretty much just practice shooting, downtime studying this ring.
I can also help you with studying that. I mean, they are kind of, I'll like whisper like they are kind of my people as well. I might have some understanding.
So,
That sounds great.
I guess the question is, how do we want to approach their system? Do we all go towards the star? Or do we, have the bulk of the forces attack their main home Well, maybe we try to head to the star. Kind of have a little divergence, a little distraction. We do have 30 ships.
We sure do. Anything that could get us a clear shot to the star. The biggest thing, this is going to be held at the temple. That's what we know for sure. That's where the final crowning will kind of come to a close. So if we can get to the star, get to their temple, then...
So we have to take the ring to the temple.
I do believe.
And is that where the coronation is going to be held?
I mean, from everything we've gathered, it's that ring must have a ceremony performed at the temple to bring this all to a close, the temple of the Astral Font. So
yes, but they're going to have a coronation for the prince. Do we go in under pretenses of stopping the coronation and slink off to go to this temple? Or I don't know. I guess does anybody have a better understanding of the Astral Elves system?
That might be a question for
Yeah, it's an open
maybe
question. Hold up.
Zokath.
Yeah,
Maybe
Warwick would chime in.
Zokath.
I mean, honestly, it's not many that know the actual system where they come from. It's the Astral Elves kind of they own the Xaryxis space, but I can bet you, that they're going to be protecting their land, their little meteor, whatever you want to call it, that their temple is on with all the power that they got. I mean, you saw what they brought here alone is 12 star moths. I mean, imagine what kind of infantry, naval, whatever bullshit they got over there.
I also think that they are obviously under the impression that, they know that the only way we can stop them is by getting to the star. So I think, if anything, we all just go to the star. That way, if the defenses there are high, we have everyone that we need, and it cuts out any other extra steps of
If I
creating
understand,
emergencies, anything like that.
I think we need to get to the temple to use the ring. Is that correct?
Perform
I
the
think that's
ceremony.
right. I think that's right.
Yeah, I think
might
we
be
have to do
kinda
a
had this
ceremony.
backwards. I think that's where we do the ceremony to end the process on Toril. So then the coronation
And-
would likely not be being held there. My bad.
I guess the question at hand is, where is the star relative to the temple in which the ceremony needs to be performed?
I bet you once we get over to Xaryxis space, we can pull out that orrery and find out exactly the distances. Plot that out that way.
I think that's a good idea. Maybe we should start moving in that direction, and once we get a lay of the land with the orrery, we can maybe, it would be good to know what ships are the fastest. So maybe they can go with us on a detour as the heavy fleet goes in against whatever it is they have.
Sounds like we have a plan.
I'm with
We
it.
also have time to keep brainstorming ideas.
Again,
Yeah.
this can all just turn to shit as soon as we see the layout, so that'll also be a factor.
Yeah, I think we need to keep in mind what Langston's learned and about this astral font. It sounds like Zidali's mentioned that you guys need to take it there to be able to end this somehow. Get that star to stop sucking the energy or whatever.
The astral font, but that's the temple, right?
It's
Correct.
in their temple.
It's in their temple. Yeah, we need to go there, and we need to use our fleet to create a distraction to allow us to get there.
I like where your head's at.
Okay, rough
think.
game plan. This is like the best
However
we've
it
ever done in
goes.
terms of doing stuff.
Love it.
Yeah. I think, and it would be good to maybe have one or two of the fast ships go with us to the temple to act as decoys. They split out, and, you know.
I think we gotta just be ready for, as soon as we enter Xaryxis space, we're in their territory. So, you know how that comes. Looks about ramp 2. You're tracking a beast, and you're in their grounds, and you never know, they could be having eyes on you before you got eyes on them.
It's very true. That's why, crew, let's be prepared. Always keep our eyes open to make sure precisely that doesn't happen. Especially us, Stormbreakers. We're not familiar with these lands. Which means someone on the ship must always be up. Whether it's me or someone else. I suggest you do the same with the rest of your crews, so we can all keep a network of watchers while we travel through space.
I can just go ahead and designate myself to be that. I really don't need sleep like you guys do. I can,
God, I'd
stay
sleep
awake
so
and
much.
just hang out. I mean, I still need to kind of just lay low, but again, while you guys are actually actively sleeping, I can be up watching.
Alright. I like it.
I guess Sivo kind of
So we have a
around, turns back around to everyone. Anyone need anything? Everyone good? You good? Everyone have a good time? I like that shirt over there.
Thank you.
Not you.
If you have any red lines, that would be great. Potions or...
He looks over at you. I've never seen anyone best Queen Gorma in a battle such as that. I'd say you all earned a potion or two. Kind of turns back around. Turns back around once again, and in its hands, kind of shaking a little bit. You hear the rattling of the glass. Here you go. 2 potions in each hand as he hands it on over to you, Crick.
Just 2 regular potions of healing?
4 total, 2 in each hand.
Oh, 4 total. Okay, everybody gets 1.
Woo!
Regular healing potion?
Correct.
I give mine to Langston and go, you'll probably need this more than me.
You know damn well I'm probably not going to be the one taking this, but I appreciate you, Craig.
Incredible.
I pat him on the head.
Little nuzzle. Well, shall we bring this Eye of the Storm to the Xaryxians?
Let's do it.
I think it's go time. Save the princess. Get our planet back. We're doing this right.
Hell yes. Before you guys leave this room or proceed on, is there anything else that you wanted to do?
Level up.
Manto, is there anything that you wanted to do?
Yes, I would then proceed to back to Keto and Takeda.
Mm-hmm.
And say,
Taquitos.
Well, Manto,
you wanted to. I would say I would question talk, but then I'd be like, speak in my head.
You are strange for one of our kind, but I can understand why, I believe. Being so, I kind of sense you a little bit more.
Yeah, I would look back at my crew. Yeah, I don't smell of home, don't I? You can blame Captain Ramboon. Yes,
As,
it's the stankiest and
Hey, that was the ocean's cat piss. 66% of the time, it works every time.
and the other 33? 34?
Well,
it doesn't
we're
work.
talking about that. Shut up.
Manto, as you begin to kind of like make your way on over and speaking within their head, and you begin to speak of home specifically, says, home. Do you know where home is?
Never figured that out, honestly. No, they were my parents, when I was an extremely young age, they escaped home on a star that crashed in Toro, and they died on impact. Guess they may have taken the brunt of the blow, or maybe Vokath did. I don't know. And I look at him kind of with a white residue on his face, and then I would say, I digress. But yeah, I never really figured out where I was from, and then I just kind of ran into these guys.
Turns its head and kind of chuckles inwards to itself. You hear it in your mind, and as it turns her head back in your direction, a new sensation begins to fill you as you begin to get these like visions of memories flowing into your mind. Not necessarily like a full-on vision, but it's like you can kind of just see something in your mind's eye as you're standing here, and of course still perceiving everything around you. You just get the kind of these vivid images and emotions, and you hear her say to you, Manto, long ago, kind of gestures to herself, we were one, a hive that spanned the sands of our home world, Larisk. We were dreamers, seekers, connected by a shared mind and purpose. Together we could shape the future of the hive, building cities of bone and crystal beneath the twin suns. But when the great astral storms came, tearing the veil between wild space and the void, our unity was shattered. She says that her antennas kind of drop a little bit. It says, many were lost, scattered to the stars like grains of sand in the wind. Those of us who survived clung to fragments of the old ways, but the bonds of our hive mind weakened over time. Isolation poisoned us, and we became wanderers, scavengers, even predators. Some of our kin devolved in something less than what we were, and others forgot what it meant to dream. As I mentioned, Manto, your movements, they're familiar because they carry the echoes of Larisk. The patterns in your strikes, the way you harness the psychic energies permeating all around, the rhythms in your footfalls, they speak of a warrior caste. The protectors of the Nexus. They once guarded the Hive's elders in our sacred dream Nexus. And she begins to flood your mind with another kind of shared memory. This glowing crystalline structure surrounded by swarms of thri-kreen. The structure's facets pulsating with this psychic energy. The Nexus was the heart of the Hive, where we joined minds to solve our greatest problems, to guide our people. But when the astral storms tore through Larisk, the Nexus fell silent, and the protectors scattered. You must be descended from one of these warriors, sent into wild space as the Hive fell, carrying with you the spark of what you once were. And its antennas begin to twitch excitedly now as this kind of fades away out of your mind. The patterns of Larisk are more than movements, Manto. They're a song, a map. If you can recall them, you might be able to lead us to the remnants of the Dream Nexus, if it still exists. If we can restore it, even in part, we could revive the Hive, reconnect our minds, and create something stronger than we ever had. But I do not put this burden on you, for you are just finding out your true calling and purpose. But remember us. and remember the Nexus.
I just thought I learned these traits from getting really good at pickpocketing people on the streets to try and make some money.
Maybe where
But I
you
guess I had
harness
it in
the
me all
powers.
this time.
Yes. They were in you this whole time.
So let me ask you
mean the
this.
secret to his greatness was just stealing from innocent people?
Oh, I had it in me the entire time. Not the stealing part. So, where would I even look to begin trying to, I guess, retrace these steps?
Kind of gestures up to its head with all four arms. That is for the labyrinth of one's own mind to unravel. We are all but ancestors of this Larisk. Echoes of the past. Somewhere deep within us. And you and your skills seem to be, well, one directly descended from it. And the warriors.
Do you have any, I guess, last known locations of where maybe the Nexus could possibly be?
I do not. I'm sorry. But if you carry the dreams of Larisk, then there is hope. You see, your presence has already begun to stir something within me. And I sense it will probably be stirred within others as well. Samantha, you are not just a warrior. You are a god. Or a guide, rather, not god. Sorry, that was bad accent there. You are a guide. Perhaps even a reborn of the Nexus.
What were these protectors like?
Strong, brave warriors, psychic energies and patterns, and
Sounds like me.
indeed, haven't seen it in quite some time. But Manto, you know, your true home is somewhere. Stares out in between one of the windows, out there in the stars somewhere. But looks back at the rest of the party and your friends. Home is where you make it.
Oh, what was that last part?
I said, home is where you make it.
Oh, I thought you said something else. Okay.
Say home is where you're naked? Weird, man.
No, no,
Sorry.
no.
My friend likes
where
to
you
photos
make
naked.
it.
Sorry.
Where you make it.
If there's anything wrong with that, Rampu.
No, not at all.
Let me ask you one last question before this weighs heavily on my mind. You don't happen to have anything, not necessarily from, I guess, my past, but like our past that I could really kind of hold on to kind of ground myself to help me focus on where exactly the Nexus could be.
Begins to like wave its arms around you. It says, I believe. He puts his palm up towards like your face, and it's like kind of just covering up your face, and then it slowly moves up towards your forehead. It says, I believe there is part of it with you.
My Luckstone? You mean to tell me I've had it all along? Well, I mean, I guess that's fair. I never really focused on that aspect of it. Well, all right. I will definitely sit on this. Thank you. If I have any questions or comments, I obviously know where to find you, as we'll be rolling squad deep to Xaryxis.
That is right, and it is an honor of ours to be joining along with a true warrior, a protector of the Nexus.
Thank you. I'm all excited. And then so now I'm thinking, okay, well this conversation's over, but now I want a real proper handshake from someone. So my two arms kind of go up.
Instantly,
And
recognition.
You did it. All right. And I just kind of like, nice. And so this whole time, like, I imagine like the crew has just been watching us, and we're not talking or anything out loud. We're just kind of like staring at each other, the occasional blink, and we're just doing this for a couple minutes, and then we eventually just shake hands and then walk away. And are you guys ready?
Did it go well? Yes, all good things.
We weren't listening.
Dude,
Ed,
no, come on.
gotcha. Yeah, that sounds good too. Yeah,
right.
let's go.
Yeah, let's get away. No, come back.
And as we're kind of just like walking back to the ship, I would hey Langston, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Your dreams or visions as you have, do they just kind of come about to you? Do you do anything that kind of like, I guess, help them come about? Do you focus on anything?
So, this is gonna sound like a cop-out. It's a little bit of both. There are some times where I am seeking guidance from higher power, and I like pat my chest and point upward. And we'll be able to kind of get on the right track. I might have some answers if I really concentrate on it, and I'll like present my like lance and the scarf like kind of wrapped around the like head of the spear. And I was like, other times it just comes to you and without warning, and you just kind of gotta roll with it. But if you concentrate on what it is deep in your heart that you're looking for answers for, you can slowly but surely get some signs, piece some things together. And hey, if you ever want to, meditate on something, I'm more than happy to help guide you on like what I do to kind of channel conversation with the Coralon.
Ooh, you know what? That might be great.
Yeah.
I would then turn to Rampu. Hey, can you or Crick or even Warwick kind of take the first shift tonight? Me and Langston might be busy.
I don't even want to know. Sure. I can take the first
Just
one.
2 thumbs up from Langston. Just, we are gonna work on this phrasing, I swear to God.
I will. I turn around to smack him in the butt. What are you talking about? And then I would say, yeah. So that sounds great. If the meditating doesn't work, which I'm really hoping it does, I will try to really focus on it before I go to Ed.
And
I'll actually try and sleep. Sleep sometimes is nice, as opposed to just kind of chilling there doing nothing.
if I can also give you any type of insight on this, this is not going to be instantaneous. You must be patient with yourself. You gotta understand all good things worth having come with time. Time, location, whatever it is around us that's gonna weave all this together into the loom that we call fate. Gotta be patient with it.
You're saying I should go to the kitchen and ask Crick if he has any time?
Correct, yes. And actually, a guy like that'll probably help with this too. Maybe Brendan might get some good sense going that'll help us, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and rosemary. God, we need some rosemary.
So we got to start.
We do have a start. We'll be good to go.
So we have everything but patience. It's one thing I've never really been good at, but yeah, we'll give it a try.
I'll be right here to guide you. Don't you worry, buddy.
Thank you. I feel like this is what I needed.
I am your Zen master on this spirit trip. And then I'll keep my hands together as we just walk, just seeming way more pious than I actually am.
While all this is happening, Crick is just staring bullets through the back of Manto of jealousy. Just pure, unadulterated jealousy. That's it. That's all he's got. He's just staring there while they're walking off.
I'll turn
everyone
around.
Goes in front.
I'll turn around and be like,
As you turn around, he just smiles and he's like, "Duh, duh, 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 duh."
"Come on, Crick, we're gonna need you, buddy. We got some ingredients we're gonna need for a little bit of meditation experiment we're gonna try."
Absolutely. And then as you turn around to walk forward again, he just stares back at Manto with jealousy.
Amazing. As everyone is in here getting things together, eating still, and you guys are finishing up your chatter in here, Vokath chimes in one last time. Before we call it an evening over here, everyone, how long do you expect it to take for you guys to get your crews together, assembled, and ready to go? Together, everyone's begins to chatter and talk over each other. One at a time, one at a time. He points over at the Hadozi. He's like, 7 days? I don't know. 7 days? Jeez, Rika, you guys can get together in a shorter amount of time than that, right? So, maybe 6. Where is your sense of urgency, everyone? These heroes need you. Gestures over to the Surlon and the Thrycreen, who they know is like dearly on your guys' side as they jumped in the beginning. Says, you all, surely you can get your crew together quicker than that. And the Suron says, we'll have our crew ready in 3 days tops. And Vokath says, well, there we go. Now we're talking. Can everyone else meet this? And everyone else kind of like begins to look around and says, yes, I'm speaking to you, Rika. Rika. And Rika's bouncing her head up and down on the table. He shakes his head back and forth. Oh, Rika. 3 days, yes? Rika looks around at everyone who's just staring at her, waiting for a sort of response. We can do 3 days. We can make it work. Splendid. Thunder Jackets. I'm sorry, I keep on forgetting your names. It doesn't matter.
Holy hell. Stormbreakers.
Stormbreakers, thank you.
Say it with me. Stormbreaker. There we go. Good. Okay.
The crews, everyone will be ready in, it seems like 3 days tops. You're more than welcome to stay docked here and relax as you need to, and get yourselves together as well, and we will make haste as soon as we can.
Sounds good to me. We all on board? 3 days. Get ourselves geared up for the showdown.
Sounds good to me.
Rampu, I didn't know.
Why were you just bringing fire
I was about to
inside,
say.
Rampu?
I thought you were
Well,
lightning.
you know, it's a Dragonborn thing.
Peculiar. It's also a fire safety thing, so keep that outside. Thank you.
Oh
Sorry.
God, here come the detectives. Oh jeez.
It's just the guy they pay to go.
Some dude hanging from a chandelier just starts screaming.
What's that?
One of the air cocos. Yeah. All right. So, as anything you guys want to do at this dinner, this gathering before you get your 3 days on and everything?
Among this like debating that or like talking back and forth that they're all having, was there any clear indicator of like who among these 5 faction leaders might have the like quickest ships? I know Crick was talking about having people with us who can like keep pace and whatnot. Was there be any standout that we could like gather from this?
I think probably you could gather that the and of course you could ask Warwick or speak to anyone as well, but it's seeming like the Aarakocra have the most well equipped ships for quick travel.
Okay.
And
good, Crick.
so, Vokath, you know, we're all about to go on this adventure together, and you sit in this wonderful place that I'm sure sees lots of travelers and lots of stuff.
Get to the point, little man.
Do you have any artifacts or items that could help us on this adventure?
Kind of stares at you, like piercing at you. You don't have everything you need already. You take down my Queen Gorma, my sweet, sweet queen, and you need more?
Well, maybe one day in the future, we could be your sweet, sweet Gorma, as I look back at the team. And wouldn't it be great if we had some really cool shit?
It seems like you and your crew already have some cool shit. If it kind of gestures over to Rampu, who's got this beautiful ornate carved longbow on his back, and says, "And look at you! Your gauntlets are emitting this lightning energy, and even that one over there, I saw his lance glowing with the radiance of star power. You need more from me when I've given you all of this already, this whole coalition?"
That's fair. I guess if you don't really have any things of value here, I guess we can go about our
I
way.
have things of value. The thing is, I don't think you have the gold pieces to pay for it.
That's probably true. But if we did, what would you have?
You saw my other room, all the amazing weaponry I had in there, and armor displayed. All that's made by amazing craftsmanship, even some of them from your own planet of Toro,
And
the mines of Gauntlgrim.
And you wouldn't, as we go into a war together against astral elves, to fight for basically this world, maybe put one or two of those on loan to us?
He crosses his arms, says, "Are you trying to talk business to me right now? Give me a moment." Okay. We have chainmail. We have great swords. Everything is artifact quality. I can't just give it to you. If you want it all known, I need something in hold for it.
Something to hold. Kind of look back to the team. We don't have anything that maybe we could trade here. What about a wild space suit? Would that help?
Looks at it. Bring it here.
I think, doesn't somebody have a wild space suit that I gave them?
The fish suit. Someone has
Yeah,
it.
the fish suit. Yeah. Yeah, so we bring the fish suit up.
Does Rampu have it?
Uh,
I don't believe it was me.
Oh, good.
I gotta let you.
You guys pull out the fish suit. It's all good. Someone's got it. And he looks at that. Well, now that is certainly exquisite. A little small for my sizing, but a nice artifact nonetheless. Fine. Sorry. Got one in my throat. If you would like to make a trade for that, I certainly could do that. Perhaps a nice piece of armor, or one of the great swords I had in there.
Kind of look to the team. Is there anything specifically we could use? I don't know what everybody's armor situation is.
Just letting you guys know what you guys saw in there was a nice ornate piece of chainmail, and then a massive buster sword, looking sword, but yeah, very well ornate and created.
Well, I guess none of us really use a big two-handed sword, so the ornate chainmail, is it
It's nice.
you know,
Is it better than a +1?
magic quality?
It is imbued with a certain arcane essence to protect you slightly more than your run-of-the-mill armor. Yeah, it is a +1 chainmail.
I don't know if anybody needs a +1 chainmail, but
Would that go in addition to a breastplate?
No, you would swap it out.
So that's the same shit. I guess. I'm
I
good.
think chainmail might be one more, but I could be wrong.
Really?
your chainmail.
I'm a 15.
Chainmail
It's
starts
Chainmail
at 16.
7.
Well,
I'll take it.
+1 would be 17.
Yeah, I have a +1 technically.
Yeah, chainmail
I'll
+1.
take it.
It does give you disadvantage on stealth. Keep that in mind. But maybe someone else. All right. So you hand over the fish suit, and he's looking at it. It's like, I'll be right back for you. Just the armor, correct?
The other one was a great sword, so it was a two-handed sword.
Yeah, it's a +1 great sword.
I don't think anybody here uses a great sword. I think just the armor.
Okay. Certainly. As he does a little twinkle and it disappears from right here with the fish suit in hand, and he's gone for maybe 30 seconds or so, and then he reappears back with the mannequin dressed with this chainmail on it. You can see each one of the chains intricately woven together. And then on the shoulders, they have this kind of leather padding with the ornate details woven throughout that and stitched on there. On the center of it kind of has like the same kind of silver ornate design going symmetrical going over the sides of it. He looks over at Rampu as he's holding it in his hands. I think this will fit you. Maybe if you gain a little bit more muscle, it'll be a little bit better. But yes, this should do.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. And I go to squeeze his hand to thank him, and when he thanks it, I make sure to give him a nice hefty.
Remember, they are a giant. So,
Go ahead, squeeze that hand. Go ahead, squeeze
What are you
that hand.
doing?
you gotta grab like 3 of his fingers with like your hand and his whole hand covering over like half your arm. Very well, very well. So he hands it on over to you, swirling around his drink. And yeah, you got a +1 chainmail now. Like I said, that will give you disadvantage on stealth checks, but
I would, as I see him put that on and notice how heavy it is, I would hand him the boots of elvenkind I have, and these might help you, be a little bit more quiet.
Oh, these are cool, Crick. Thank you. Some elvenkind.
You guys are the same shoe size? That's crazy.
Yeah, this is crazy. These fit. They fit perfect, Crick.
As you notice how massive these shoes are that Kirk has.
I'm thinking back. I'm like, did Crick just have... Okay, you know what? Nope, I'm even going to think on it.
Crick, are these like a 22? Good lord.
No, they're only a 19.
Wow. Impressive.
A 19 and 14 twelfths.
Very, very impressive.
Warwick's looking around. Oh, shit. Anything from you guys? Giving out presents? Presents?
Well, to be fair, I needed it, but look how nimble I am now. And I start like jumping like I'm tap dancing, but it's making no sound. La, 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 la.
What
This is awesome.
What is Warwick's AC? Are you allowed to share that?
Yeah, sure. It's 12.
I will. I have this chain shirt. I'll be like, oh. Here you
Oh,
go,
no, I'll
buddy.
give him my breastplate. I'll give him my breastplate, so I don't have to hold it.
Oh, that's probably even better.
It's a +1 health, +1 breastplate. I give it to you.
Nice. And Warwick looks at, for me?
For you, buddy.
Holds it up.
And look, and I point to like a little blood stain that you can still see on it. I killed a lot of people wearing this bad boy. So now you can too.
Does this make me a Stormbreaker?
And then all of a sudden you're here. And I just look around and think, I think that means it does.
He does the end of Breakfast Club fist pump, jumping into the air in the end zone. Kind of move right there with that celebration, and looks around. Man, this is the best day of my life. All right, well, shit. I guess get everything together on our ship and get things ready for head out into wild space, huh?
Let's do it.
I think it's time to roll.
All right. He puts his hand in the center. Stormbreakers assemble.
Ooh, I like this.
Yup.
Stormbreakers assemble! And throws his hands up into the air. Everyone else in the room kind of looks around at you guys still. Vokath, get out.
Yeah, that's fair.
To be fair, I didn't approve
And
of
I
that,
just-
but, yeah.
And I just turn to Vokath and I go like this, and he just hears, I didn't even say anything.
I hate these moves. All right. Well, so long. And Warwick grabs you guys by the shoulders. We're the Stormbreakers. We're the Stormbreakers. He just keeps on singing a song as he takes you guys down the halls, and he's being super fucking annoying right now, but it's all right.
I guess
You
we
guys
should
do
have
it. We're gonna have to give something to Crux.
We're gonna have to talk to Warwick if he keeps being this fucking annoying.
Here.
He does give me the idea of uniforms, though. I cannot lie. What are you guys thinking about track jackets? How do you feel about track
Okay, we are
jackets?
not wearing fucking track jackets.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fine, Leatherman jackets then.
Yeah.
Whatever. Are you telling me you don't want a jacket?
With like an, can we, as long as there's an SB for Stormbreakers embroidered somewhere or bedazzled.
Like, hear me out. We got a little thundercloud with a lightning crack right above the chest for like a little patch, then it has a big old SB on the back. Leatherman jackets. You're not
I
on
can
board
make
with this?
pins.
Maybe even like some like flames kind of coming out, or
That could be a
no,
captain's
that would
code
work.
that I'm
For
in.
Stormbreakers.
Oh, yes, you would
Look
get
at
a
that.
captain's code. We would have, like
Deal.
pauldrons and
All
stuff. We can
That's
workshop
fine.
this. I just need to know who's on board. Then Crick and I can start doing some stuff.
I raise one.
All I need is a nice color palette, and we'll be good.
Pull the money from your wages as you work.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
So 10% of 0.
That was too
Oh.
fast.
Well, our enterprise kind of got messed up when the whole planet got exploded thing, but we're making our way back.
We had an enterprise?
Oh my god.
Look at this. Now we have a
Wow.
whole fleet.
That is true. We did enhance ourselves, if you will.
Enhance. Alright, you guys make your way back over to the ship. Warwick's still singing the song. Crux comes on over to like where the ramp is to let you guys on. Warwick's singing this song. Crux says, "What the hell happened to you guys?" As Warwick just like cheerful, like doing a little skip right now. He's like, "I'm a Stormbreaker." As he keeps on skipping along and makes his way onto the ship. Warwick just looks at him as he goes on down to the lower deck. "We're getting our stuff together, Crux. Suggest you do it too." And he disappears on down the lower deck. And Crux looks over at you guys. "What the hell did you do to Warwick?"
We were friendly to him.
We gave him a breastplate, and this is what happened.
That was your first mistake. I kid. He's a great guy.
Oh, for sure. High energy.
Little,
Gotta tell him, cut that
yeah.
shit out.
Little, trust me,
Been on
I'll
it for a
get on
while.
it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
But everything went well in there, I'm assuming. I see everyone's still together.
That's right.
We actually got a few more ships.
Oh?
About 29 more, I believe.
Yeah.
He's got his
Oh,
pipe
pretty well.
his pipe hanging out in his mouth. It kind of drops out, and he fumbles and has to catch it for a second. Excuse me. You say 29 more ships.
Yeah, everybody wanted to help us out. They're pretty nice. We have to beat up half of everybody they knew, but once we did that, they were pretty helpful.
Kind of looks around. Well, I
Check
can't
this
blame.
out. And I just gotta show my new chainmail.
Whoa!
They just handed me that.
They just handed you that. They giving out more stuff back there? The goodie bags?
No.
We had to lay up collateral.
Taste.
It's not just giving shit out. Okay, I get it. I don't understand why Warwick's so excited now. 29 ships and nice new chainmail. It's impressive. Well, what's the plan then, Captain? Gives you a wink, Rampo.
Well, we're gonna hang out here for the next 3 days while everybody gets ready. Then we're gonna hit the road.
Looks over at Manto. Manto, you know what that means, right?
Well, we're gonna be practicing. Don't get me wrong, but we've got a lot of other things that we also need to kind of mix into that as well.
Certainly. I mean, we got a lot to go on, I'm sure of, but yeah. You get me whenever you're ready.
Believe me, it's still going to be every day. We have a lot of time together between now and once we get to Xaryxis, but
Speaking of,
yeah, no, I mean,
I found a barrel
Yeah.
downstairs. Rosemary, oregano, and thyme.
wait.
Yes!
Oh my god, me and Lexa just look at each other like, no way.
It's like Steve is like full arm jump in the air, is so pumped. Oh, we're burning the good incense
Whoa.
tonight.
We're out of most of the garlic. I think there's like 3 cloves left of that whole fucking barrel. I figured we need a yeah. I don't know where it's all going.
Winston's slow head turns crick. It's just full on just
Well,
We have plenty of garlic.
where.
Just look at Craig. I go, it's a mystery where it went.
Crick, where is the garlic?
It's where the garlic is. We have plenty of it.
You are so cryptic and it hurts me.
You mean crick dick? Right. All right.
Yeah, I'll give you the crick dick anytime.
All right. See you guys. I'm gonna catch up with Warwick. And Crux runs off.
Oh shit, I'd chainmail for
Incredible. All right. Well, as you guys make your way back onto the ship and get your things started to get organized and whatnot, you guys have 3 days here at this base. What do you do?
Well, guys.
If you got a ramp, you go first. I'm finishing my list of things before I do
Well,
it.
basically, gonna be going around barking orders to everybody to make sure everybody is always doing something to prepare for the upcoming battle. Whether it's work on the ship, whether it's training each other, things of the sort. And I'm also going to be keeping an eye out, just in case, because we're going to have all these ships docked here. Just in case someone decides to, bring the fight to us before we're ready. And I'm going to figure out some way that I can signal everybody. Maybe whether with Manto, maybe he can communicate to each captain's brain or something like that, or some kind of alarm that everybody can hear. But I'm going to figure out the best way to alert everybody in case something goes down.
Hell yeah. Love that. Yeah, Manto, Rampu was just saying he's going to keep an eye out on everything going on and try to set up like a alert connection with you and the other captains in case any near-duels or any invaders come along your way. You can send
Beautiful.
a message.
Sounds great.
Cool. Anyone else have anything to do? You can go and make a perception check as well, Rampier, for this general 3 days. But yeah, anyone else?
I would like to do 2 things, if that is all right.
Please.
Well, since we have 3 days, it'll technically be 3. I'd like to use sort of one of them is definitely a divination use with sort of scouting out. Thank you. Sort of scouting out the Zidali and the Xaryxian Empire, just kind of to like get the status that she is in. Also, can I take a long rest? Since we'll have time, can we add long rests?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you guys can all take a long rest.
We usually get lucky.
Alright, cool. Love it. Didn't need it.
Okay.
18. Oh, wow. Double 13s. That means extra lucky.
Extra lucky, right?
Okay. So for one of the days, I would just like to channel divination to kind of reach out to Coralon and just kind of see if they could let me know the status of Zidali and the overall state of the Empire with what is his name? Is it Zelith? Is that the prince's name?
Yep.
So just kind of reach out to be, the status of things there. And I guess best method of approach, since we don't really know the layout of the star.
Let's see. So, what exactly? You ask a singular question on this one.
Yep.
Or a goal, event, or activity. So go ahead and within 7 days or whatever, whatever's happening currently. So ask a singular question.
Ooh. Then in that case, since it'll be happening within 7 days, would we know how far away the Xaryxian Empire is? I think it might have been mentioned and I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. It was not mentioned. I don't think so. But Coralon will respond to you with a short little response saying, the travel to Xaryxis space will be 4 days or so from wild space itself.
Okay. 4 days from wild space.
Or from,
okay.
Not wild space, the astral sea.
From the astral sea. Okay, 4 days from the astral sea. Cool.
That astral sea is, silvery, starry land that connects everything together.
Okay. Got it. That's where we were kind of drifting through before we got to Doom Space.
Correct.
Super duper. And then I think the other use of divination would be what is the layout of the Xaryxian Empire in terms of how heavily guarded are they? And if they have any weak points in their formation.
The Imperial Citadel is heavily guarded, docks to the east and west, but the military finds itself to the west.
To the west.
Docks to the east and the west?
Docks to the east and west, militaries to the west.
So we're going east.
That is definitely what we can do for that. And then I guess, because we'll have 3 days until we take off, right? I could technically do a third divination.
Let's say because you had to do the long rest, that would technically be started on the second day.
Right. Oh, and then we're taking off on the third.
Correct.
Ooh. Okay, then I will save that. And just kind of take with what we got, and then depending on travel, might rip it again, but that'll be good to know.
Okay, beautiful.
Sweet. Thank you for that.
Sure.
And then the other thing is just helping Manto with his own soul searching.
Sure. All right, Crick, anything for you?
So each day that passes at dinner for each night, a different person has a potion of healing sitting right next to their meal. So I'll burn 75 gold, and everybody can add a potion of healing to their inventory.
Ooh,
Very six, Greg.
Look at that.
dog! I'm running with 4 because of you. Thank you.
That's it.
Awesome. And Manto, for you.
Well, I guess that's if this is this what we're doing before we use
Correct.
that long rest?
No, including it.
Okay. Well, I would go down to find that barrel of sage, or not sage, but rosemary, thyme, and 2 bulbs of garlic. Bring that on up to Langston, and just be like, "Are we doing this?"
Oh yeah, it is go time. And Langston does like a little spark with his fingers to get like the just starting to go kind of incensey, like in the area to just waft with all these fragrances and scents to just like soothe and calm the mind. And I'm like, all right, this is step 1. Step 2, get yourself comfy. You know, you don't gotta be rigid. You don't gotta be, like a statue. Sit down, relax, lounge, be in the most comfortable position.
Maybe I'll lay.
There you go.
No, I like crisscross applesauce. That's just my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I do that, I kind of just like rub my luck stone a little bit, and then point up, like, all right, I figured it, right? And then proceed to just kind of ground myself and just kind of like let my mind be blank but wander. And just see if I can, I guess, kind of date back to what time was like when I was an adolescent before, I guess, that storm that kind of destroyed the unity of the Thrykean Empire was kind of like. And my childhood, and see if I can just at least start with that, and then go over time, kind of progress into the depth of, really trying to find the location of the Nexus.
Alright, go ahead and go make a history check as you do this.
Since I'm with him, helping him with this, may I give him guidance?
Yes, you can give him guidance. Yeah.
Woo! Give yourself a D4, buddy.
D4. Okay, so D4. So history check. Come on, baby. Oh yeah. Plus, give me 30-20. 30-19.
Absolutely filthy.
Okay. Yeah, you're not proficient in history, right?
No.
Let's see. All right, as you kind of so explain again exactly how you sit here. You have the stuff in front of you and everything. As you kind of close your eyes inwards and to try to focus on this land that you just learned of, potentially your heritage, your home. Everything around you, as you close your eyes, begins to blur. That darkness begins to turn a little fuzzy, and you collapse onto your knees, overcome by this overwhelming surge of memories, but not your own. Clearly not your own. You see allies, and they see you standing still, but to you, the world around you transforms into this like endless desert of golden glowing sands, and a warm wind kind of stirs the air, carrying faint whispers of voices that you don't recognize, but you feel like you should. Before you stands a towering kind of insectoid figure, shimmering in this ethereal light, its exoskeleton adorned with these intricate carvings of runes, and its 4 arms wielding weapons that hum with this arcane energy. And you know that like I said, this vision is not like a memory of your own, but it seems to be more of like a direct connection, a link to this ancestral race or beings of yours. And suddenly, as you're frozen standing here, you hear a voice in your mind. It says, "Child of the Sands, long have we awaited your return. You are one of us, the forgotten lineage. We were once the Nexus Keepers, the protectors of a power that shaped the stars and safeguarded the balance of wild space. When the Great Chaos came, we gave our lives to seal the Nexus from those who would twist its power for destruction. You, Manto, are the first of our bloodline to walk this path again." And the glowing figure kind of points to the horizon, where you turn and you see this enormous fractured moon surrounded by a field of debris. And as you're staring at it, voice begins to reach out, but all of a sudden this vision darkens and you hear a final warning instead as the sands begin to collapse into darkness. "Beware, Manto, for the Nexus is not unguarded. It is a key, a weapon, a burden. Should it fall into the hands of those unworthy, the chaos it holds will awaken. Trust in your allies, Manto, for the trials ahead will test your strength, your mind, and your heart." And the vision, blurring out once again, completely crackles out of your vision until just blackness envelops your closed eyes once again.
How long was this?
To you, it seemed like, you were standing here or sitting here in a place, feeling the wind and the sand beat against your carapace, seeing this being in front of you. It seemed, like several minutes of time, but as Langston watches this happen, no more than 20 seconds, 30 seconds passes by.
Wow, Langston.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
What? What? You closed your eyes for like 30 seconds. Did you have a vision?
Or did I? It's a good start. A good start.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's the time in rosemary. I'm telling you, makes all the difference.
Yeah, maybe if we had more garlic, that would have helped me see for just a little bit longer. But that's okay.
Wait, was the garlic not where the garlic is? That's what Crick told me. Is there not garlic in this? Son of a bitch. Crick!
We only had the two cloves. That's okay.
I'm gonna have
But
a talk with him.
I have a good start. There's
Okay.
definitely symbols in my vision that I'm a little curious about, but I will be asking questions to people that I feel might be able to help guide me.
And that's the start. And now comes that very important word of patience. The answer's not going to come right out here.
There it
Pieces
is.
together, you said, "Come on, it's part of it. It's not instantaneous."
I know. I think after getting a little taste of it just now, I think I have the patience inside of me.
All right. And that's the most important thing. Now you know the path you need to start treading on. Just stick to it. And you got your old pal Langston if you need any help.
That's right. Hey, thanks, buddy. Thanks for all the
Absolutely.
help. I'm sure we'll be doing this again shortly. Honestly, I might just make this a nightly thing before I go to bed.
Hey, fire it up when you're ready. In the
That's
meantime, I'm going to go hunting for more garlic. And without warning, I slap the ground and sprint off looking for Crick.
Oh, wait, Langston.
Oh, hold on. What's up?
After that, since we only have a couple days to Xaryxis, we really need to study this ring as well together.
Oh, good call.
Yes. So go find more garlic.
Okay.
Maybe even put some aside as well as some thyme and rosemary, so that Crick doesn't decide to use it for any of the meals for the next couple days. And then let's really check out this ring before we hit the bed.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Right. So I'm gonna keep you guys going on Rampu as you keeping an eye out on everything around you. The airspace around the base here seems to be clear. You do notice, of course, all the other crews loading up their ships and whatnot. And yeah, you seem mighty impressed by seeing what the Surons, the other lizard kind of folk, had going on with their ship, their lamprey, or I'm sorry, their wasp ships. Definitely seems like they had some solid weaponry and loading up all sorts of bolts and for their ballista. And they see you kind of looking over and give you like a nod of approval, watching them load up all of this gear.
And I would give them one back.
And you see as they turn back around, one of them kind of smacks one of them as they're kind of moving out of line. You can tell they're very tight-knit kind of faction there. And fast enough, 3 days flies on by. We'll get to the ring stuff, but I want to get you guys out of here for right now and get you guys in a good ending spot for tonight. But you guys are anything else before we actually leave this? Before heading out of here, I think you guys are done probably talking to everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Captain Rampu gets everyone to getting on, and as Warwick and Crux begin to maneuver around, loading up everything else, and Topola heads down into the spelljamming helm, the ship begins to lift off, and you guys watch as all the other ships in the coalition, this massive fleet, begins to trail right behind you guys as well. You guys make your way out into Doom space, and eventually you begin to make your way flying towards the Astral Sea, which takes you guys 3 days from here as well. So flying another 3 days. So what's your name, Manto? You can mark 6 days of practice if you're doing practice every day.
Yeah, with the gun.
With the gun, indeed.
Alright.
Let me just make
With
sure
the
I
gun.
got this set up right. Yeah, as you guys
You said 6.
yeah, 6. The 3 days here, and then 3 days in Doom space, and eventually you guys make it out of the. There we go. You guys can see all this now, right? Oops, I got.
Yeah. Woohoo. Oh, that's sick.
Oh
Look at all
my god, we are squad deep.
Let me put Rampu and Langston down on the ship. Yeah, right. Look at that squad. Yeah, you guys see as you've traveled through 3 days of Doom space with this crew, everyone towing right behind you guys. Eventually, you guys make your way into the silvery haze of the Astral Sea, and traveling along in here for a few hours. And as you guys are doing this travel on in here, the silvery fog catches the light of distant stars and coalesces into clouds that vaguely resembles faces, as inscrutable as they are enormous. Perhaps these are the visages of gods watching over you guys in this moment. Or perhaps they're merely figments of the astral plane. Stray thoughts given form. But none of that matters, as a distant roar draws your attention to one of the cloudy visages up ahead in the distance.
I swear. Can we roll a perception check on the roar?
I see where the hell's
Is it like outside of the armada?
Everyone's kind of keeping their space, of course, the way Spelljammer ship work. Got to keep a little separated, or else it slows down your pace, being in the same gravity field. So you guys are kind of like in your own little space right now. But coming out from one of the clouds, you guys can hear this distant roar from out there. So yeah, whoever's out here on the deck can certainly make a perception check.
I want to.
What time of day is this?
The bright time.
Okay, so I would be out. Yeah, I would definitely check to see what that's all about.
Langston.
Langston doesn't
Langston
look
is
around.
staring straight at the deck and is
He's
like, "Do you guys
downstairs.
hear that?"
He's looking at the sun.
Yeah, Rampu follows your point and
19.
yeah, 19. Okay. Yeah, you guys are looking all around in the silvery haze and all sorts of clouds obfuscating your view for the time being. But Manto's looking out into the distance, and you catch your eye on one of these cloudy visages, from which a mouth emerges of a massive, large dragon. Comes flying in your guys' direction. Is that the right picture? Nope, that was the picture of what's on his back. Riding the dragon is a knight clad in golden armor, their face hidden behind a fearsome visor shaped like a dragon's scowling visage. You see he comes riding up with a curved blade in hand overhead, the dragon roaring right in your guys' direction. You can see the fire emanating out from its mouth. And I think that's a good place to call it a night.
Yeah.
But
Another one.
what's up?
Another one.
Another one.
dragon.
This one isn't a solar dragon. It doesn't look like. I mean, it is Dungeons and Dragons. But you guys, now that we have gotten a coalition together and taken down Gorma and are making our way to Xaryxis space, why don't you guys go ahead and level up to level 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crick is officially immortal now.
Oh,
You're not going to be able to kill him, man.
Challenge accepted.
why? Why?
Because you said that, it's gotta happen now.
I know. So
Craig
excited.
gets disintegrated.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do that shit. You can't disintegrate.
Power word
You
kill.
can do anything but disintegrate.
You have
me.
less than 80 health as it is. Just one power word kill just does it.
I'm gonna have 80 now with the level up. I'll have 83.
Alright, so get one hit on you and then
One hit.
there you go. Yes, this give Yankee Warrior riding this red dragon's back, ferocious and heaving in your guys' direction. We will see what's up with them the next time we get together. And yeah, I think that'll be Sunday, right? You guys all good on Sunday?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm game.
Cool. Well, thanks guys for playing. Thank you, everyone. Anything
Thank
else
you.
before we close it off? Yeah, of course. Anything before we close it off for the night? We got level 8. So anything exciting you want to share, or anything from tonight you want to share? Any thoughts?
How many days of proficiency do I need for my gun?
30 total.
Ooh, I'm close.
All right. What were we saying, Carlos?
I like turtles.
I like totals. Me too. All right. We'll see these level 8 adventures next time we get together. Go ahead and everyone have a great night. Take a long rest and look out for those goblins on the stairs. We'll catch you next time.
Later, Gators.
Later.
There you go.